I guess it was from the Second World War, and it was a checkpoint, and someone told us that you have to stay here because Serbian police was not far away. It was in a different village, like 3 miles away. And they said, you stay here, and you have to legitimize everyone that will come in the village. Done, sir. And then even our cousins, they ordered, like, if your cousin is coming, you should have...
You still have to...
Asking for ID even from my cousin, because they said so. Like, everybody that would come there, we were obliged to ask for ID and, like, asking few questions.
Where are you going? Where have you come from? What's your business here?
And then they said that KLA guy that was, like, in charge of my village. And they said, when they come, everybody, when we move, you have to salute us like here, like this. We said, fine. Then next one would come and he would say us, we would salute him like this. And he said, not like this. How? Like this. Fine. So when I heard them talking in a chat, I would go there and say, hey guys, I was in a checkpoint and different people, different orders, and no chain of command at all. Like, there was some beating in the village. I used to say this in a post between cousins. They happened to be uniformed. I did say when I was MP, there were crimes during the war, but not all the crimes during the war are war crimes.
No, of course.
Just crimes during the war.
Yeah.
Because they revenged each other.
Yes.
Because they had some problems in the past, and now whoever dressed up in a military uniform earlier was revenge to his...
The crimes of a society continue alongside
totally
what's going on.
So that happened. My grandmother and grandfather was killed by Serbs. They were burned alive in 28th of March, 99. They didn't want to, they were like 84 and 85 years old. My son carries my grandfather's name, Gig. He was so brave, my grandfather, and he didn't want to, because we used instantly when Serbs start shooting in our direction, we just move away in the forest. And my grandfather said, no, I'm not escaping from my house. I was born here and I would like, if needed, to die here. And my grandmother, she wanted to come with us because she was a bit afraid.
Of course.
Yeah, but she said, I'm going to stay with your grandfather. And they stayed there. And then when NATO started bombing, and we escaped from our houses in 25th of March, we moved to the forest, and we were watching Serbs coming in our village from the distance.
And you knew that your grandparents were there still.
And we saw that very house that they were staying, that it was burned. We hoped that maybe they picked and sent somewhere else, but no, when war finished, we went in the house and we cleaned the house and we saw the bones there. So they shooted them, they burned them alive. And it was so sad. It is so sad. It passed now almost 30 years. Now, knowing that people from KLA are, because there were some people from KLA sentenced in Kosovo, and they took some sentences in Kosovo. But all this process in The Hague, after 30 years, we know for a fact that my grandmother and grandfather were killed, and we know the chain of command of Serbian army.
Yes.
Who was in charge in my village.
Yes.
How come? And not just 2 of them, many more were killed there. And nobody paid any price.
Yeah, I was going to say, has there been justice? I went to Jakova about 18 months ago, and I made a documentary about about massacres that took place there and families that were destroyed. And I heard many stories of families who said, we know who did it, and we handed over evidence and testimony, and that evidence never appeared again, and no one has ever been found guilty. And I mean, there's so many of these stories, and we're talking entire families burned alive, or like children shot.
Absolutely.
You know, and they know who did it, and they have very meticulous like logs of information, and no justice.
We were staying also